Hello, folks. Do I want to go back to the USA? Question a lot of people ask me. If I miss New York City, if I plan on staying in Southeast Asia long term, or if I'm going to go back. And I've thought about it. I've thought about the question, I should say. And yeah, I do miss New York City. I do. I miss the culture there. I definitely miss the fashion culture, the tattoo culture, music culture a bit. It's a nice place. It's one of the best cities in the world, honestly. But I don't see myself moving back there on any type of permanent basis. I plan, and of course I miss my family, I miss my friends there as well. I plan on visiting. I do want to visit at some point this year, just for a short trip. But for the foreseeable future, I can't even tell you where I'm going to be in 1 month, but I'll definitely say for a fact I'm not moving back to the States. I don't know the full plan. I really, really would like to just continue to grow the channel, spend time in Southeast Asia. I'm pretty locked into Southeast Asia at this point, for several reasons. Financially, I don't really even have the money if I wanted to fly back to New York City. It's not possible. I'm stuck here in Southeast Asia because of my financial situation, right? But it's not the worst place to be stuck, that's for sure. And I do think that my opportunity is actually here. My opportunity to grow the YouTube and build a real income is here. In Malaysia, in Asia in general. I think that's where vlogging is strongest at the moment, and I think maybe after building further, then I can venture into new territory. Now, I think somewhere like Japan is extremely interesting to me, and it's somewhere I've always wanted to go. It has all those things I just talked about. It has the best fashion culture. It has, a strong music scene, and everything, the food, everything looks incredible. When I watch vlogs of Japan, it's like, it just looks like somewhere that's like one of the best places to live ever in the world. So it's definitely somewhere I really would like to visit in the future. And I am going to. I don't have the money to do it at the moment, this year for sure. But it just looks like such a great place to like go spend a full summer. And it just looks special. It looks really cool, But again, like Tokyo, it's like the big city. I don't know that I'd want to just like stay in Tokyo. But hopefully I can do like a little tour around Japan at some point. But otherwise, I'm happy in Southeast Asia. I really am. Any bit of like difficulty and unhappiness and tough times or getting depressed, it's very short term for me, and it's strictly because of my financial situation, because of like running out of money, and then waiting several days until I get like a payment, like a YouTube payment or whatever. And so it can be very stressful for that reason, but it has nothing to do with being here in Southeast Asia. And so at times when I think like, oh man, I do miss New York, or I miss living in Berlin, like I would move back to Berlin before I move back to New York City, like no question. But that's not my plan. But the times that I'm thinking that, it's typically just because I'm having a stressful moment, a difficult moment with money here, and it makes my brain go crazy, right? But in reality, like I very much love being here in Malaysia. I love spending time in Thailand. I love spending time in Indonesia. I don't really have any bad things to say about the place. Of course there's downsides to all these places, but like at the end of the day, it's like these are amazing places to live or to spend time. For me, far better. I'm in a far better headspace than I've been in living in the US. it's just the truth. Even when I was making unreasonable amounts of money in the US, like, it didn't really matter. Sure, there was high times because of having that money and freedom as well, but it truly did not like make me happy in the end. I had more times of depression, long periods of depression that I couldn't get myself out of, that no amount of money I had would get me out of. It didn't matter. And so I feel like even if I were to say I got rich over here, it's like I wouldn't be thinking like, oh, you know what, let me go back to New York. It still wouldn't really cross my mind to move back. I would just have the freedom then to go and like visit my family for a week, stuff like that. But no, I think I am fixated here in Southeast Asia, and I will continue to travel around Southeast Asia for a while, both because it's very affordable. Flying country to country is affordable. The accommodations are reasonable. Everything, the food, it's like, with my current budget, it's the only place in the world that I could do this travel vlogging thing and build this as a business, as like a lifestyle at all. Truly, it wouldn't be possible anywhere else. Like, if you try to do this in Europe, I mean, can't even imagine how much you spend on hotels and getting place to place. Sure, you can maybe fly in Europe kind of cheap sometimes, but no, it would be unreasonable to do this anywhere else. And even to go to a lot of other places I'd like to go to the Middle East, say I want to go to Pakistan, I want to go to India, some of these places, like, they can be affordable, but you still need a good safety net, a good amount of money to make it reasonable and to not be stressed about it. So as much as I'm trying to put these plans together as soon as I can, it's like, it stresses me out too much trying to plan it when I don't have enough money. And so I'm just gonna take things slow, go to these places when I'm able to. I'm gonna be grateful that I can spend time here in Southeast Asia for now, and plan some trips in Southeast Asia as I can. And that's like my plan at the moment. That is my plan. And what I'd really like to do is, by the end of the year, I'd like to be able to afford to fly my family out here. My brother, my father, and my mother, I'd like to fly them all out here. Now, my parents are separated, so I probably shouldn't fly them at the same time. But separately, I would very much like to make that happen this year. That is like a big goal of mine, for sure. More than traveling anywhere, it's a bigger goal of mine. So if I can do that by the end of the year, I will be thrilled. I will be happy, and it will mean that I'm in a comfortable place. It will mean I've hit financial goals and I've hit life goal for the moment. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Of course, like, staying in Malaysia is important for the YouTube channel. It is. It's the place that I'm getting the most engagement and recognition, and I'm also enjoying myself. I really am. As much as I'd like to move around more, travel around more, I don't mind spending 3, 4, 5 weeks at a time here, and then taking a small trip and repeating. That to me is still like an amazing lifestyle. Sometimes I think about it and I'm just like, the fact that I can do this with such a small income, such small amounts of money, sometimes just having a few $100s to my name, but still being able to live this like relatively carefree lifestyle in these beautiful countries and places, it's something special. If I was in New York or in the US with the amount of money that I have and income, I would be so stressed and unhappy. I'd be finding it much more difficult to be grateful for things. It's just the truth. And so, yeah, again, I'm very grateful for everyone here, not just in Malaysia, everyone watching my videos, everyone engaging with my videos, the people donating with Buy Me a Coffee or anything, it's amazing. You guys are helping me, pave the lifestyle that I would like to live. And without you guys, I would not have a job at the moment or this life. I'd probably be depressed in New York trying to get by tattooing. As much as I love tattooing, I miss tattooing as well. Yeah, I wasn't necessarily happy doing it. So I'd like to sometime in the future tattoo again at a slower pace, not feel like I need to do it to survive multiple appointments a day. And at some point I'd like to be financially comfortable with the channel that I can then start to tattoo just as a thing that I really want to do projects I really want to take some appointments and go to Japan and maybe take some appointments there, go to South Korea, take some appointments there, 1 or 2, and not worry about it like being able to pay for the trip, it just be more so out of enjoyment on one day or something. So that's another like goal or plan of mine going forward. But for now, I am quite happy here. Everything is good. I struggle sometimes to make content every single day, again, due to finances, and I'm limited to oftentimes to where I can get to, and of course you can do things on a budget, take the bus and stuff, but there is only so many hours in the day. My schedule, sometimes I'm waking up at, 12, 1 in the afternoon, because I just have trouble to fall asleep early here in Malaysia, for various reasons. Budget hotels, sometimes people being allowed, I don't use cannabis here, and so I don't have that to help me go to sleep. And so, I've kind of relied on that my whole life to sleep well. And so when I come here, I don't sleep so well. But in general, yeah, I make these personal videos, I think sometimes even more often than I want to or than I would, and like walk and talk videos more often than I plan to in the future, because sometimes it's the only option I have. If I want to get a video out, I need to sit down, I need to brainstorm, I need to come up with a good topic, something that's actually you guys are going to enjoy, and it's not something I've done already. And that's what I'm trying to do. I still want to get a video out every day. This video actually probably won't go out today. I think it's just going to be too late, and it'll probably go out tomorrow. So there will be a missed day, but it's not the end of the world. But in general, to do it every day, I'm making the best content I can, and just know that it will get better. And I have a lot of good plans for the future with types of content I want to make, places I want to go, like even in Malaysia, even like in Penang, for example. I want to go to the botanical garden. It's not even that far, right? But just to take a taxi there and back, it's like I don't know, maybe $15, I don't know, $10 US, whatever. Not that much, but not feasible for my budget, my daily budget at the moment. So it's like, okay, well, I'll save that for the future. And just many, many different things. So I'm staying local. I'm making another personal video, kind of, opening up a little, talking to you guys. I know you guys enjoy these videos as well, but I don't want to overdo this type of topic or this style of video. And so I'm going to do my best to balance the different types of content I make and put on the channel. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I really do. I will leave a buy me a coffee link in the description. If you ever want to drop a donation, support the channel, support the travels, I would really appreciate it. But I don't expect anything. I really don't. Yeah, dropping a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, that helps me a lot as well. So yeah, I hope you have a nice day, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.